The views and opinions expressed on this program do not reflect the company, owners, management, staff, clients, or partners.
It's Friday, the 20th day of December 2024. Welcome to Bermuda's Daily Talk Show. It is the Daily Hour brought to you by the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House Lindos, and People's Pharmacy. I'm Jamel Hartman, and Maya Palacio will be with you in a bit to bring you the latest in the news brought to you by People's. Folks, this is our final live episode of the calendar year. I'm excited. I'm excited for you all, though. I'm excited that you no longer have to hear from me. Yeah, you no longer have to listen to my voice live for the rest of the calendar year. Aren't you happy about that? I know you're going to miss Maya's many hairstyles and all that stuff. And, the team, I get it. But I'm trying to give you a break. They say too much of anything is not good for you. So just trying to give you some space and grace, and hopefully, we come back refreshed and ready to go in the new calendar year, 2025. But happy Friday to you. David Michael Wilson says, fantastic Friday, TDH fam and crew. It's the last live of the year, so I wish you all a safe and prosperous holiday. Love, light, and hope indeed. We've got Traveling Charlie, morning, happy Friday, TDH fam. Yes, happy Friday to you as well. Well, folks, greetings everyone, and thanks for making us part of your daily routine. A good one today as we welcome Davida O'Brien from Vida Fusions. I've tasted it. That's all I'm going to say. I'll tell you more a bit later, but you don't want to miss this one. It's Vendor Fridays today, brought to you by BDC. The year is going to be holiday trivia today. We're going to do holiday trivia today, all right? And then we're going to give away that nail bar. We're going to give away Lindo's, and we're going to give away Noah's Ark today. Again, folks, the rules are simple. This is just how media works. The only way it works for us is if you tune in. And if you're not tuned in, then you can't win. So it's a mutually beneficial thing. So if your name was called or emailed and you didn't reach out in the time period, then unfortunately you don't win. That's just the way it works. I'm not joking when I say that. I hope everyone gets me. I'm not joking. We just can't do that. All right. And we've already told the audience we'll give away those prizes today. So you want to remain tuned in to see if you're going to be the lucky winner of a Lindo's gift certificate, of a Noah's Ark gift certificate, and of a nail bar gift certificate. Okay. Don't forget to subscribe on our website. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. All right, let's jump into today. It is the final live, but it's also the final fun. What is it? Friday Fun Day or Fun Friday? You get what I'm saying. It's Friday Fun Day. Final Friday Fun Day of the year. So here is your question this morning. Got a couple for you. What are some positives Bermuda and Bermudians can take into 2025? What are some positives Bermuda and Bermudians can take into 2025? Think about that. But also, I always have more than one. What's the most memorable Bermudian moment of 2024? What's the most memorable Bermudian moment of 2024? What would you say it is? Like, what stands out to you? The most memorable moment of 2024. What would you say it is? What are you thinking? like a memorable Bermudian moment. And I mean, I know we have a lot of tough discussions here, but there's got to be some positives that we can take with us. What are some positives? Some things that, we really hit this year. We done well this year as a country, as a jurisdiction. It's got to be something. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm thinking of something I haven't thought of. It hasn't come to me yet. So I get you all. It's got to be something. In sports, maybe? The cricket team. The cricket team just now. That's memorable. That's a memorable Bermudian moment. The cricket team undefeated in the regional tournament just now. That's pretty good, right? More sports. Was it the under 14 team? The under 14 boys football team. They done very well, made it to the finals, and I think they lost in the finals to Barbados. Yeah, that was pretty cool. David Michael Wilson said the GEW, I think that's what it's called. What's the GEW? What's that? Are you talking about Global Entrepreneurship Week? Let us know. What else? But audience, let us know what's the most memorable Bermudian moment. What is it really that bad? We don't have any memorable moments, or some positives. Like, what are some positives we can take from 2024 into 2025? Like anything? Like, there's nothing coming to mind for you all? Like nothing? Nothing at all? There's got to be something. Not from a sports or a business perspective. Like, nothing comes to mind. How about economically? Nothing. Were there any wins politically? Man, we're hard up. Maybe this reflects our reality. We don't have much to be proud of. I don't know. I mean, what you all think? What you all think? Like, okay. Traveling Trotty. She shows up. She says Bermuda College, Bermuda's only, how you pronounce that, tertiary institution. Says including 50 years of service to Bermuda and the impact it has had on the community. That's a positive. That's absolutely a positive, Traveling Trotty. Thank you for that. What else, audience? What are some memorable moments, some things that we can take into 2025? It's Friday Fun Day, brought to you by our friends at Mailboxes, by the way. Folks, if you haven't already, make sure you sign up for your 2 years of free membership with Mailboxes. It's at mailboxes.bm/the daily hour. Let's go back to the comments. Erlina Ingham says we can reflect and improve on being a better person. Be kind to one another. We are so angry. Please fix it. I was out to dinner last night, and we actually spoke about that. And I think Traveling Trotty said it yesterday. Like, getting back to speaking and saying good morning. It's this tough guy thing, right? And it's not even just males anymore. We walk around angry, and man, offer a hug to a brother. That brother ain't no threat to you. Cheer up. We're all going through stuff. We're all going through stuff, right? Mark Arthur C. Phillips says, going to lunch with the vainglorious host of the Daily Hour, the man, the legend, Jamel Hartman. Okay. That was your memorable moment. I appreciate that. We appreciate eating together, cousin Mark. As more destinations provided by Bermuda. Well, there you go. There you go. That's a positive. Bermuda has more places that they're traveling to. That's a positive that we can take into 2025. Yeah, I like that. What else, audience? What are some positives Bermuda and Bermudians can take into 2025? What are some positives Bermuda and Bermudians can take into 2025? But also, what's the most memorable Bermudian moment of 2024? Suzanne Ingham says, sorry, Jamal. Nothing, thinking too clear. My friend lost her 31-year-old daughter last night. She's been very ill all year. I am very sorry to hear that, Suzanne. And I wish I could give you a physical big hug right now and just sending love to you and your friend, her entire family. Very sorry to hear that. Charles H. Jeffers II says, despite coming in third, seeing such a young man, 26, putting his name forward as an independent candidate in C36, hopefully Cyril Bean will inspire others in his generation. Yeah. Not only is that a positive, but I think that's a memorable moment where a young 26-year-old independent candidate got more votes than a party who has once sat in government. That is impressive. And what else, audience? What are some of the most memorable moments of 2024? What's the most memorable moment for you in 2024 in Bermuda? And what are some positives Bermuda and Bermudians can take into 2025? Traveling Trotty says, increased participation in Bermuda Day Parade. She says that's a positive we can take into 2025. Was there more participants this past year? I watched the parade online, but I just don't remember it. It didn't rain this year. That was last year, right? What's the most memorable moment? Let's get it. Come on, audience. This Friday fun day. Let's pick up the energy. We're going into the holiday season. Let's pick up the energy. There are a lot of people who honestly are down this time of year. I think it's not a joyous time for everyone. And we have to be very clear about this. Maybe the lights bring smiles to their faces. Maybe your words do it. Maybe your presence does it. Fact is, we're at the end of another calendar year, and whether we like it or not, life happens. And as humans, sometimes we focus so much on what goes wrong, what went wrong, what is wrong, rather than what went right. How can we build on it? How can we grow from it? It's got to be some positives for Bermuda and Bermudians. Another positive, here we go. The Jair Mitchell and the motocross event at Coney Island. That seemed to be a positive for Bermuda. Incident-free, right? Thousands of spectators, right? That seems to be a positive. And as I said, outside of Cup Match and maybe county games, probably the most shared event I've ever seen on Bermuda social media. Memorable moment, I think it was memorable, the fact that the government got involved and said we're gonna let them go with it. Shika Reyna, this is actually, I'm surprised I didn't think of this. She said Sir John energizing folks to throw their hat in the ring. Actually, a memorable moment was Sir John Swan returning to politics. I mean, he had been retired about 30 years. Returning to politics to run as an independent candidate. That's memorable. That's a memorable moment. Davida O'Brien says, how precious life is. Okay. What are some positives Bermuda and Bermudians can take into 2025? And what's the most memorable Bermudian moment of the calendar year? Jonah Cole says, Media Maya covering the Paris Olympics. Oh, yeah, indeed. She forgets that sometimes. We gotta, get her to understand that. I know she really can't stand when I do stuff like that, but I'm gonna do it. And I will shout her name in rooms she ain't in. But that's something that, folks, is big, it's major. People dream of doing that stuff, right? And that experience for the young Olympians, the Olympians. The guy with the flag, Dara? It was Dara, yeah, Dara. Man, that was memorable. That dude shook that flag like it was a job. Like, this is my livelihood, right? And that's a memorable moment. Why? He didn't medal, but he will forever be remembered and he's going to be remembered as that Bermudian guy who was shaking that flag. So that's memorable to me. That's a memorable Bermudian moment. There's some other positives. We had some great participants in the Olympics this year, and although people didn't medal, the experience, the opportunity to be there, and maybe LA 28, I think is the next one. What's this year? 24? Yeah, LA 28. Maybe this was the stepping stone to there. What else, audience? What else? Some memorable. Here's a memorable moment. Please help me, audience, with his name. He ran Lamont Marshall. It was one of the most exciting Bermuda Day half marathons I've seen in my lifetime because it came right down to the wire. The young man, was his last name Otterbridge, that raced Lamont Marshall right to the end. What was his name, folks? Oh, forgive me. That was this year, 2024. If you watched the Bermuda Day half marathon, was one of the most exciting close races we've probably seen in my lifetime. But the young man who competed right until the end, Lamont Marshall ended up, winning it. But it was an exciting race. That was a memorable moment that, for 2024. Again, what else, audience? What are some positives Bermuda and Bermudians can take into 2025? And what's the most memorable moment in Bermuda for 2024? Like, what stands out to you? What's a memorable moment? Charles H. Justice II, he says, another memorable moment was seeing former Premier Sir John running in C10 and coming close to winning without knocking on one door. Yeah. Yep, said that. Yeah. He definitely changed the game. And I think he's made independent candidates believe that they too can be victorious, that they too have an opportunity, that they too have a place, that they too can win. I think that was huge. What else, audience? What else are you thinking? Some positives? Again, this is Friday Fun Day, brought to you by our friends at Mailboxes. Yes, thank you so much, Crystal Talbot. Ryan Otterbridge. That was a memorable moment for us this year as a country. Witnessing Ryan Otterbridge and Lamont Marshall duel right to the end. It was a beautiful race. If we could get more races like that on Bermuda Day, boy, but that was exciting. If you remember it, that is. That was an exciting race right there. But props to Ryan Otterbridge. Maybe next year, him and Lamont will give us another head-to-head. But that was an exciting race, and I was very impressed with him and Lamont in that race. It was right down to the wire, and that's what I think people want to see. They want to be excited. They want to see that kind of competitiveness on that stage. What else, audience? This is Friday Fun Day, brought to you by our friends at Mailboxes. Don't forget, you can sign up for 2 years of free membership by going to Mailboxes. Excuse me. By going to mailboxes.bm/the daily hour. All right. That's mailboxes.bm/the daily hour. 2 years of free membership. Not sure if you can still get your packages before Christmas, but hey, maybe next Christmas. All right. All right, let's bring my applause to him for the Daily Hour News Break. We've got Davida O'Brien coming up. And don't forget, we'll be giving away Noah's Ark, Lindo's, and Nail Bar gift certificates at the end of this show. So you don't want to miss the opportunity to win those. Let's see. M to the P.
Good morning.
Greetings, MP. How are you today?
You know what? I'm quite excited for it to be the last day of the week.
Said everyone. You've got to have some memorable moments, MP. You had quite the year. Give us something now. Give it something.
Not the pressure. Well, honestly, Jada bringing that up, I was just like, oh yeah, that did happen this year. It's so funny. Like, things just have been flying by. This year has gone by so fast. But when I think about it a lot, like, I think our athletes definitely had a really great year. Obviously, with an Olympic year, everyone PR'd a lot and did quite well in their sports. Those who felt like maybe they could have pushed a little bit harder, I'm sure, having the moments. But yeah, cricketers have done excellent. We had gymnastics in Quifta for the first time ever, and Bermuda was a part of that history, which was really awesome for our gymnastics team too. You've got some awards in uh, theater and things like that for Bermudians out in the UK as well, which was really awesome. So Bermudians have so much great talent, and we tend to represent so well outside the island as well. So we definitely have a lot of that that's shown through a lot of Bermudians outside of Bermuda, like just stepping up and putting our name even further on the map. Flora Duffy doing her first ever T100 triathlon as well, and ranking well, and she did medal in one of the races there too, which is really great, or podium in one of the races as well. So that was really awesome. So a lot of good things actually. In terms of politics, been some shocking things that happened. So you could call that memorable as well, especially with Malachi Simons coming on with the OBA. I think that was a shock when it first happened. And yeah, just even the recent things that are going on within the OBA too. So it's just, those things are pretty memorable.
It's a lot. I forgot about Malachi happened this year as well.
Michael Dunkley retired this year.
Yep, Michael Dunkley retired. Yep. See, it's a lot that happened. Man, it's flew by, but a lot happened in that time. Yeah, a lot happened in that time. Leilani Nesbitt got drafted this year, right?
Yeah, that was this year as well. Man, that was awesome.
What was the young lady? She came on this show. She started the Broadway show this year.
I remember you talking about, I can't recall the name right now, but yes. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. But anyway, remember, definitely drop it in the comments there so you can celebrate her.
What was her audience? She came on this show. She debuted on Broadway this year. I forget her name. We've got Charles in the comments. He says, "How could I forget? I won $1,000 on Bermuda Trivia, the game show." Congratulations, Charles. Disqualified. But Brock, yes, her last name was Brock. Silala Brock, yes. Silala Brock, yes. That was this year, and she also voiced a book for Dr. Maxwell. Connor Smith, coach of Rhode Island this year, and went all the way to the finals. We can keep going on forever. Gee, this is yeah, not a lot. Katora Horton Parent Chief. She was the, how do you pronounce it?
Chef de Mission.
Yeah, that thing. Yes, the chef. That, yeah. That's memorable. Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of memorable things. We also had 4 new Olympians this year.
4 new Olympians?
Yeah. Maybe 5. And then the rest. No, I think it was only Dara and Flora who were returning. So 8 in total. Yeah, 6. Wow. A lot.
6, okay.
A lot of new Olympians.
Yeah, we've had some good. Look, you got to get to your news break, Maya, but I think we've had good moments, and I think sometimes all of us need to just humble ourselves, breathe deep, and understand that we've actually had some good time, and we've probably had more good times than bad as a community. But I think what happens, and I'm guilty of it, right? We're guilty of it. Sometimes the bad outweighs the good in terms of discussion points and things that we reflect on. But we've had some good things. Yes, thank you for this, Ms. Rogers. Silala Brock was her name. Amazing. And Maya and I still have to make our way to see. I did say, Maya, let's do it this summer, but we didn't get to. But definitely want to support Bermudians throughout. Another one we did, I think we mentioned this, the men's cricket team winning and qualifying for the T20. Yep, absolutely.
Troika as well, and their productions this year that were sold out, Safina. That was awesome.
We've got Jadia Spencer elected as a councillor in the UK. Emily Gill says, MP, did she get elected? Really?
It was recent. Yeah, they just posted it the other day. Well, I saw FDM had posted it, and Jadia herself, she posted it too. Yeah.
Congratulations. That's you. And she's a very young lady. Yeah, 36. Congratulations to her. We've got some good moments, Bermuda. We've got some good moments. And I think it's something that Maya does her best in her news break, as well as Teo, of bringing you some fun, good moments. But of course, we cannot ignore the facts. And the facts are we still are losing people to our roads and senseless violence. We're not saying ignore those when we're saying celebrate the good. What we're really trying to do is, if we can get things right, if we can focus on building on the positives in our community, we will have more of those moments than tragedy and sadness. So that's our hope. So, MP, you got something for us in the news break?
Indeed. So good morning, everyone. This is your daily hour news break brought to you by the great people at People's Pharmacy. So before I begin my news, I do want to correct myself on the pronunciation of Jair Mitchell's name for the story. Do apologize for that, but I thank the two people who actually put it on my TikTok comments so I can come up here and correct it for you guys. The story might be deleted, but reposted with the correct pronunciation because I want to make sure that that is always correct all the way through. All right, so leading into our newsbreak this morning, a letter addressed to Her Excellency Vida, the Governor of Bermuda, and the Honorable David Barrett, Premier of Bermuda, emphasized the urgent need for decisive leadership in confronting Bermuda's most pressing challenges, particularly the review of over 200 DNA-related cases and addressing misconduct without key institutions. Now, this is coming from Omar Deal, the chairperson for the Free Democratic Movement. And in this letter, it actually goes on to say quite a bit of things that needs to be addressed. For instance, he says that this crisis begins at the top. Failure in leadership have emboldened those who profit from chaos while leaving communities who suffer the consequences of violence and despair. When a Bermuda Police Service superintendent is dismissed for misconduct and a former commanding officer of the Royal Bermuda Regiment faced criminal charges, it is clear that our institutions are not just failing, they are enabling the crisis. Leadership must act now to rebuild trust and restore public faith in Bermuda's justice system. Now, here on the show, we're actually talking about it the other day, asking the questions like, what can we do to prevent these things? Well, he put in some things that should be implemented and measures that should be followed. And here they are right here on the screen, but I'll just list off the topic points. It says, establish an independent oversight. So this is particularly to do with the panel investigating the 200 plus DNA related cases that are within the Bermuda Police Service and police misconduct. The second one being hold leadership accountable. And the third one being strengthen oversight agencies as well. So closing out, he did go on to say these one statements that I just think is kind of important to kind of link it all together. He says, as the Black Beret cadre once reminded us, justice is not granted by system of power, it is demanded by the people. When leadership fails to act, it becomes complicit in the harm caused. Inaction is no less damaging than the injustice it enables. Bermudians will no longer accept empty rhetoric in place of accountability.
I have no problem with what he said. I absolutely doubt anyone in the public would have an issue with what he said. If we truly want transparency, if we truly want what's best for our community, and this is not just the police, this is through government quangos, that's what we all should want.
Basically, just bringing to light some of the things that we've all been seeing and now hearing in the news, and just kind of figuring, okay, well, what's the next steps in making sure that these things don't happen? What's the prevention measures?
Well, I'm sorry, I might have cut you off, but you know, I'm going to use Trevor Lindsay, right? People, you have your issues with Trevor, whatever. And I say this publicly all the time. I'll say it to him. I think Trevor is necessary, and I'll tell you why. The story about the police officer the other day with being dismissed. Mm-hmm. I said, man, one thing Trevor's going to do is name and shame. But without Trevor doing that, we likely wouldn't have heard that officer's response, right, which he sent to the media. And I think it's necessary because that is a position of public trust and interest, that the public deserve the right to know what happened. Because the first question that was asked in one of my chat groups from one of my friends, he says, well, I think we should know, like, was it because of a murder case he was doing or something like that? You know, we should have a right to know this stuff. Trevor Lindsay this morning, he released a story that 26 resignations at the BTA over the last 2 years. This is a government quango, taxpayer. The people of Bermuda deserve to know, why are people resigning in such high numbers from this place? Again, say what you want about Trevor, but to me, when people like Omar and opposition come out with these questions, whether it's the governor or the government, we deserve to know. So, yeah.
Yes. Well, leading off to try to give you guys some kind of good news, interesting news as well going into the holidays. Well, apparently there are things that can be done with our plastic. So here's some good news for all of those who may constantly be thinking about like what is going to be happening with this plastic waste. And I'm not saying this is in Bermuda, but maybe this is something that might be implemented sometime in the future, far future, but it's going to be happening right now in some areas on the world. So let's take a look at this story.
Let's turn trash into cash. My name is Nzambi Mate. I'm the founder of Jijenge Makers Limited, and we convert plastic waste into building products. This is the plastic waste we get from factories. With this, we mix with sand, as the plastic is like the binder. We have 3 machines. The extruder does the mixing of plastic waste with sand at very high temperatures, and then the press compresses it. Plastic is fibrous in nature, and so therefore the brick ends up having a stronger compression strength. Does that look like waste to you? It's almost half the weight, so therefore during transportation and installation it's faster in terms of cost implication. We right now have a capacity of producing 1,000 to 1,500 bricks a day. So far we have recycled 20 metric tons, and we are looking to push that value to 50 by the end of next financial year.
I love that. I really do.
Something that can be done with it.
Yeah.
It's always nice to see things being reused and not just.
Thank you for sharing that, Maya, because I think we're living in a time where everything's single-use plastics and we're trying to eliminate, but finding something we can do with waste, yeah, sustainability.
Indeed. Now, and a reminder going into the holidays for everyone, road sobriety checkpoints, we said it on the show, I'll mention it again, they will be starting on December the 24th. Now, again, please, they let us know these things that are happening right before they happen. So you can't say you're not aware of them or where they're going to be or when they're going to take place. But if you know someone who needs to know, definitely tell them that they'll be starting December the 24th. And also, just before we close out, just want to give everyone a safe reminder to, don't drink and drive, do the responsible thing, be very cautious when you're on those roads, because even though you may feel like you're a safe driver, there's other people around who are not. So just, be mindful while you're on those roads this Christmas holiday.
Indeed, Maya, thank you for that. And I know some people are against the police letting people know, but I'll just say this much. The idea is not to criminalize, it's to help our community. And my hope is that, she's just told you. They're telling you. Don't be so arrogant to think it can't happen to you. Days of the year.
Oh, before you get to today's year, I just want to mention the weather for today. It's going to be some sunny breaks. They're saying there's still going to be a few more showers, though, that are going to happen in periods of rain today. So, man, it's not looking too good, but hopefully everyone's gotten their shopping done or has finished it or is close to finish it. So you're not out there in the rain, but hopefully there's some sunny breaks for you guys at 72 degrees.
Okay. Thank you so much for that, Maya. That weather is very important for people like me. Don't want to get caught slipping. So, here we've got Ugly Christmas Sweater Day. We've got Go Caroling Day. And we've got Games Day. But I want to ask, we've asked this before, but I want to ask again today. What's your favorite Christmas carol? I know what yours is. You said the whole Jackson 5 album.
Oh, yeah.
See, what's your favorite Christmas carol, audience? What's your favorite Christmas carol? I want to know. So take away, we already know that. What would be second on your list? Like just a song, somebody who sings it.
Oh yeah. There's a song that I now hold kind of dear right now. I haven't played it though. I can't remember it, but it's like Little Christmas Tree.
Mm-hmm.
Something good, something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
But I have to play it in order to remember it, and it'll give you the vibes. Yeah.
I think one Christmas song since my mom's last Christmas when she is very sick and succumbed. My favorite Christmas song, it used to be The Temptations, the Silent Night. Kelly Clarkson's rendition of My Grown Up Christmas List.
Okay.
Listen to that today, if nothing else, folks, and send me a message. But that puts into context so much, especially, and I only heard it for the first time. Taylor's brother-in-law had sang it at an event. And I was like, what's this song? And he told me. and I found it online. My grown-up Christmas list is probably the most heart-warming, touching Christmas song I have ever heard. So I'd encourage anyone who's going through something, if you're missing someone, play that. I literally play it throughout the year. Sometimes I'll be on a flight and think of my mom, and I like a little tear will flow or something. But that's my favorite go-to song right now, my grown-up Christmas list. But let's see what the audience had to say.
I love that.
Sankofa Bermuda says, Luther Vandross Christmas album. Oh, it's bad.
I respect that.
Yeah. Jacob Miller, Naughty Christmas album, says Mark Arthur C. Phillips. People were saying they don't like Reggae Christmas on Twitter the other day, some Bermudians. And I think Jacob Miller, yeah, I'm going to have to check that out, Brother Mark. Hadeline Swan says, do you see what I see? And the first note about Whitney Houston's rendition of those, top notch. Top notch. Very no. I love that. I was working at a country radio station, and I forget who sang it, but the version was just made me fall in love with it. Jonah says, not really a Christmas carol, but River by Joni Mitchell. I have to check that out.
Okay.
All right, we've got Marquita Lee, duo between Nat King Cole and Natalie Cole. Can't remember the song right now. What was it?
Got me. I don't know.
We've got Barry White's White Christmas. Okay.
You know what? So it's not a Christmas song from Barry White, but it's Barry White for sure in my grandma's house. Whenever we go there at the end of the night, it's always You'll Never Find. And somehow someone finds disco lights, and everyone in my family would be getting up, dancing to that song at the end of the night. That's how we close Christmas every single year.
All right, now disco lights. It's a party of a grandma's, everybody.
Yes, no, my grandma loves some Barry White. The CD player gets in. Not even on. No, we play that CD player or the stereo. Okay.
All right. Shannon Smith says Soul Holiday, Sounds of Blackness, and that Unforgettable, not a Christmas song. Okay. Well, thank you all so much. All right. Oh, I gotta go to this, right? Most memorable highlight of the year, Charles H. Jefferson II. He says, having Mia Teray and Simone joining TDA just hosts is memorable. We do appreciate you. We appreciate you, Charles.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well,
MP, I guess we'll do this again together in 2025, you know?
2025.
Yeah, that means you're getting old. You're catching me up. So.
What do you mean? I'm turning 25. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, you're still in your 20s, put it that way. Awesome. Well, have a great holiday, and hope to chat to you soon.
Chat to you soon. Happy holidays, everyone.
All right. Maya Palacio, folks, don't go anywhere. We're going to play commercial break. We'll be back in 3 minutes, 13 seconds. We end in the year with a great conversation, and hopefully you'll include this beverage in your holiday cocktails. We've got the Vida O'Brien coming up from Vida Fusion in 3 minutes, 13 seconds. Stick with us.
Let's face it, life can be a little wild, but shopping doesn't have to be. I choose People's, so that whether it's a prescription that needs to be filled, a toy for my little terror, or a gift for a new addition to the family, we'll see about that. Everything's available in one convenient location. Some call it People's. I call it my one-stop shop in the city. People's, we're here for you.
Welcome to the new bulk store, Lindo's Next Level. Wake up in the morning with enough coffee to keep you running throughout the entire day. Your pet at home deserves the best. Stock up on dog food to keep your puppy happy. Need a quick, tasty lunch at home? Your chicken nuggets will be jumping right out of the freezer. What's a movie night without popcorn? You can never have too much. Lindo's Next Level. Why go anyplace else?
Unlock your business potential with BDC's General Microloan, offering up to $30,000 for Bermudian small and medium businesses, whether it's for inventory, working capital, or equipment. We provide 100% guarantee on approved loans. Simple application, low interest rates, and fast processing. Apply today and make your business dream come true.
You won't miss out. Noah's Ark is open 7 days a week for the holiday season and with big savings. Whether it's everyday essentials like dog food or cat litter or those items you've been eyeing all year like aquariums, our huge 8-page holiday flyer is out now, packed with incredible offerings until December 31st. And we're open every Sunday from 12 to 5 p.m. through to December 22nd. Visit noahsark.pm, view our sales flyer, and join our rewards program. Noah's Ark, your reliable pack care specialist, making your holidays even more special.
Live exceptionally with HSBC MasterCard Pay with Rewards. Transform your points into what you love and get closer to winning an unforgettable trip to Dubai or one of 3 luxury experiences in Bermuda. To start following these steps, download the Pay and Rewards app from the App Store or Google Play. Register your HSBC MasterCard credit card in the app. Set your preferences to use points automatically or for your next purchase. Use your HSBC MasterCard for every purchase and redeem your points into rewards. In addition, for every $300 spent with your HSBC MasterCard, earn a chance to win an incredible monthly experience. Terms and conditions apply. HSBC is licensed to conduct banking and investment business by the Bermuda Monetary Authority.
Bermuda Trivia, the Black History Edition, is now available at stores throughout Bermuda. Visit bermudatrivia.com or email contact@bermudatrivia.com to learn more.
Alrighty, welcome back to the big show. Jamal Hartman here. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House Lindos, and People's Pharmacy. Please don't forget to subscribe on our website. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. All right, without further ado, let's bring in our very special guest for the day. It's Vendor Fridays, and we got Davida O'Brien from Vida Fusions joining us to talk about her beverage brand. Let's give her a warm TDH welcome. Calm down, calm down. You know, Davida, first off, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Morning, everybody. Morning.
It's a pleasure to have you. I just need to make sure that when the crowd, sometimes the crowd boos when, people come in, and I just switch it. So if you saw me hesitate, I just want to make sure that they gave you the right reaction rather than the boom. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here this morning.
We're happy to have you. Let me ask you, what's your favorite Christmas carol?
You know what, when you was talking about it, the first thing that popped in my mind was it's not a Christmas carol, unfortunately, but Let It Snow by Boyz II Men. That was what popped in my head. So.
We're going to say that's a Christmas carol because it's on Christmas albums, but Let It Snow, her version is just top. It used to be one of my favorites. Yeah, but it still is. I'm lying, it still is. But that makes sense.
I don't even know what the original is. I just know Boyz II Men's version.
The original is like really, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Like,
oh, right. There you go. See,
yeah. Boyz II Men harmonized it. They brought some excitement to it. So no, I get you. I get you. I think a lot of people like that. But Davida, we're here, to talk about your brand, and I'm excited. I've gotten to taste it, and we'll get into that. But just for the audience's sake, just tell the audience a bit about yourself and your background, what it is that you do.
Okay, wow. I am a mother of one, soon to be a 16-year-old. I can't believe I'm saying that. I also work in the tourism industry for the Bermuda Tourism Authority. I am the tourism training and standards manager. So anything educational around hospitality and tourism, that is my department. And I love working with our stakeholders and engagement in regards to that industry. I guess you could say I've caught this entrepreneurial bug that my dad has sort of it poured into my sister and myself. I'm a bit late. So I'm really excited about this journey and really excited to share it with you guys.
Indeed. Thank you for that. Someone looking 16, having a 16-year-old son. My goodness. Good genes.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Good genes. And audience, if you have any questions or comments for Davida about her beverage brand, feel free to ask away, and we'll get through as many as possible. But your brand is called Vida Fusions, right? Yeah. What is Vida Fusions, and where did the idea for Vida Fusions come from?
Okay, so the name first, Vida Fusions, came from part of my name, but it means life in Spanish. And then fusion was something that I wanted to incorporate in my brand, which was just a pour of many different flavors. And when I think about that, I think about Bermuda, right? We have, I like to say, full of colorful people, and we built to make this one, which we call Bermuda. And so that's what I wanted for my brand, just different flavors. No matter who tasted it, you basically got what you wanted out of it. This came through during COVID. It started off as an alcoholic beverage, to be honest, but that didn't pan out. And I sort of shifted to a non-alcoholic beverage because at that time as well, I was pulling back from alcohol. As you get older, alcohol doesn't really mix and sit right with you. And so I wanted a balance, and I wanted something that I would be able to drink it. People would question me about it. Most people wouldn't know when I started. It had shimmer in it. It still has shimmer. I just pivoted a bit, but we will still be doing that portion. And I just thought that we just needed something refreshing, something that I could share with the larger world and be able to share my love for Bermuda as well.
Can you just explain for those who might not know, what is shimmer?
Shimmer is basically, it's not glitter, so it's just a little different. So it's more like the swirls that you'll see, sort of like in a lava lamp. Let me put it that way. That's probably the best way to put it.
All righty. And this is cool. I like when people say it came from the pandemic, because everyone just thinks during the pandemic, nobody was doing work. You had children, you were just stressed because they were home with you rather than their teachers, right? But I love the idea. But it's more than like a mocktail. It's more than just a drink. It's speak to some of the benefits of these drinks and what makes them different from others.
Yeah. So as any entrepreneur would know, you have to pivot sometimes. And so when I pivoted, I created a non-alcoholic carbonated hydration beverage full of electrolytes. Think electrolytes like magnesium, zinc, potassium, calcium, sodium. And this is to keep you hydrated, help with muscle build, keep you balanced. So my thing is, you drink it, you mix it, you love it, island style.
Okay. And audience, I want to know from the audience, has anyone ever like had a sip, a taste? Because I want to get into the different versions of it. Like I was privileged a couple years ago to taste one, and then just yesterday I got to taste different. Explain the different drinks that you have, and what how each one differs from the other.
So just going back to you said, so if there was anybody that in the audience had tasted from like a taster or something, note that we have definitely streamlined the beverage a bit. So what you would have tasted before wouldn't be what you would taste now. One of my things that I wanted to incorporate is that it's low calorie. So took a lot of the sugars out and all of that. And it's down to 25 calories per 12 ounce. Right now we're in a tasting mode where rather not we're going to use sucralose or stevia. And that we'll talk about that as Jamal talks about his tasting last night. So we have 3 flavors. We have Gombe, we have Bermuda Triangle, and we have Pink Sand. Again, 3 things that to me is part of Bermuda's heritage and culture, a good way to be able to advertise Bermuda. My names represent the colors of my beverage. So when you see Bermuda Triangle, it's a nice bluish color. Pink Sand is very nice and pink, and Gombe is yellow. So I wanted to really incorporate that. When it comes down to my packaging, I'm also going to have a QR code that persons can scan, and it just gives you a little history on that as well. So again, being able to take Bermuda or island life home with you.
Got it. And let's talk about the difference in the stevia and what's the other one called?
Sucralose, which I swear I'm pronouncing this wrong every time I say it.
I like that one better than
You like that one better?
Yeah. What's the difference between them?
So stevia is a sweetener substitute, which sometimes can have a bit of an aftertaste, which people like or don't like. But if I want to continue on my sort of natural way, that would be the one that I should be leaning to. And then you have sucralose, which is an artificial sweetener. So if you ever drank those sparkling ice waters, that's sucralose. It has a more of a sweeter taste. And for some people, they have said that there's an aftertaste there. So it really depends on your palate. But for me, it will come down to what do I really want to highlight within my brand? And so with this tasting, I found that it can just go either way. It really can go either way. What I think people may like is not so, it will really come down to what I want to speak to with my brand.
Indeed. Indeed. Obviously, this is Vendor Friday brought to you by the BDC. You were successful in winning the Wave Pitch Competition, one of the winners in 2023. Speak to us about the support. How has the support of the BDC helped the growth of Vida Fusions?
Wow. So BDC has been tremendous in my growth, definitely pushing me because, as entrepreneurs, we want to hold things close to us. And so if it wasn't for BDC, I don't think I would be here because they pushed. So I was in their program, and this is during the Global Entrepreneurship Week where I came second, and I didn't want to go out there. I didn't want to tell people what I was doing because I was scared somebody was going to take it. And, the lesson I learned was regardless if they do or not, they would never do it like you. And I definitely carry that with me. And so from there, I kept kind of moving forward. And then I applied for the golf competition, and I was one of the winners. Very excited that those funds really, really helped me to take my business to the next level. I was able to invest in a product development manager who has been doing all my samples and everything overseas. And then we ship to Bermuda. I taste, we go back, we consult. And in order for me to go to the next steps where I start to co-pack and you get them in the beautiful cans or the bottles, I need a professional recipe. And that's what I'm working towards. My business is incorporated in Virginia. I'm actually working on trademarking at this time. And BDC has provided a wealth of connections when it comes to mentors that I have through their program that I still have. The GARF program, Global Atlantic Re has assisted with mentorship as well, and I've connected with them. So I have a pool of mentors that I'm constantly in contact with, asking for guidance, asking for advice, leading me or directing me with that. But that would have never really happened if I did not jump into BDC at that time.
Indeed. And congratulations to you for taking advantage of this. I definitely relate to you. As you said, you didn't want anyone to take your idea. And that's how I've always looked at business. And I've been very quiet about the various things that I've had my personal investments in. But at the end of the day, you just said it, and they told you no one's going to do it, like you're going to do it, and you just got to be confident in your ability to get the work done and deliver. We've got some questions from the audience, but before we go to the audience, what's your overall goal for the brand? Like, do you want to see this in like just local stores and restaurants? You want to see it in Target and Walmart? Like, speak to us about that.
Oh no, I'm shooting for the stars. So I know people have seen my product. They stop me on the street. They're asking when it's coming. And I said to Jamal last night that people think I'm playing or pulling strings, and I'm absolutely not doing that. Basically, getting your beverage to sort of like mainstream is it's a process, and I'm trying to learn the process, trust the process. I'm trying to be patient with it. I'm asking my followers or new followers to be patient with me. But my goal is to be big. And so having this professional recipe, being able to have it manufactured in the States so that I can have them shipped to Bermuda, and then I can have it, be in the States. I've made connections with people in Canada that are looking forward to it. I've made connections with people in the Caribbean. So this brand is I'm going to say it and put it in the atmosphere. It is going to take off, but I'm just trusting the process at this time.
Indeed. Thank you. Traveling Trotty's asking, where can you purchase the drink locally?
So nowhere at this time. I'm hoping to get there. I've set a goal for the summer. Fingers crossed. Once I get through this part of the tasting, I then have to go through the professional recipe portion of it, and then that's when we start to locate where it's easier for budget-wise to buy my products. Then I have to do co-packing, which I'm doing a lot of research with a lot of companies right now on who's going to best be able to build my product out. And then it's packaging, then it's distribution. But once I get the samples done, my goal is to bring together a lot of distributors and co-packers and hospitality businesses on island so they can start to taste and get excited about it, and hopefully they'll buy into the product. Which will then help me with some of the other parts. So I'm really hoping that it hits the shelves in the summertime. But in the meantime, I'd love for you guys to follow me on Instagram at Vida Fusions because that type of support also helps.
Indeed. Get the following. Mark Arthur Phillips was asking, how long did it take to develop your brand?
Whew. That's a good question. I'm gonna say possibly, I think it was like a year and a half to 2 years, and that's because I pivoted a lot. I pivoted in how I spoke about my business from a mocktail to a non-alcoholic beverage, and learning the difference between mocktails, branding. The logo, what it should feel like, what it should look like, taglines. It's just a work in progress, and even through this time, I'm still working through things. I actually finished designing some beverage cans, and that, like I said, is still working. It took some time, but I wouldn't change it. I've learned a lot of lessons through it, and again, my constant contacts with the mentors and stuff like that. I am just constantly learning, and then being put in contact with some other cool entrepreneurs as well. So, probably between a year and a half, 2 years.
Okay. Kia Renee BDA, she says, I love it. The movement away from alcohol is a big improvement. And again, if anyone just tuning in, she said that it initially started as an alcoholic beverage. But she says, from my understanding, mocktails are herb-based and also rising in popularity. I don't think all mocktails are herb-based, but I know there are a lot. As a mocktail drinker, I know most of the drinks I drink are not herb-based. But speak to that. Like, are you considering herb-based drinks along the way, or not something within your realm right now?
Anything is possible. So I moved away from the word mocktail, right? Because it tends to be like the mock of a cocktail, right? That's what people tend to think of. So, you have your like a mimosa, but it will just be orange juice and sparkling water instead. And I know I wasn't doing that. What I was creating was something totally different, which was my own syrups that I built from scratch, and then adding other flavors to it. And so that's why I use the non-alcoholic portion a bit more. But yeah, nowadays the non-alcoholic, it's a vast amount. You have CBD, you have energy, you have aptogens, you name it. It's so many variations out there. But I have considered different types of variations and things like that. But that would be, down the line.
Indeed, thank you. And as I think Shonette Bell speaks to many of us when we say proud of you, Dee. Well, again, just remind people before you head out where they can connect with you, what your Instagram handle is, Vida Fusions, and if they want to learn more and support you, how can they get in touch?
So you can right now contact me on either info@vidafusions.com, or you can follow us on Instagram and message there, which is @VidaFusions. My website is currently down, but we'll be back up with coming soon, and that's www.vidafusions.com.
Indeed, and we've got Charles A. Chefs II saying, wishing you much success, Davida. Davida, all the best with this, and keep us posted with your journey. You can ensure that our audience knows when to go and taste these delicious, and I'm speaking from experience, folks.
I was going to say, remember you told the orders, but your favorite was?
My favorite was Pink Sand. That's what it's called. The reddish one?
Yes, it was Pink Sand.
Pink Sand, folks. I was hoping that she had dropped the whole bottle in that glass for me, but taste.
You should have said something. I would have left it with you.
Oh, I'm got a history of being greedy, so I mean, when it comes to that, I know you could work, but no, that was my favorite. I liked them all. Let me be honest, but I think the one that if I had to go back and purchase, it would be the Pink Sand one. The blue one, which is the Bermuda Triangle, that was my second fave. Surprised the Gumbe, which was the yellow one. I was surprised that because I usually like pineapple flavored drinks, like things that look the yellow. But then I don't like orange, so I was like, it was good. But I definitely say, audience, if you get an opportunity, I don't know where Davida's going to be, where she might have a taste testing. I'd love to hear your thoughts, because I'm a Pink Sand guy myself. Yeah, Pink Sand. So if anybody knows anybody's whereabouts is going to have Pink Sand over the next 24 hours, let me know. Vida, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you so much, and thank you for allowing me to share my story with everybody. And I just hope that people will become fans of Vida Fusion. Stay tuned. I'm not going anywhere. I'm really, I'm working very hard, and I can't wait to bring it to a shelf, near you in Bermuda.
Indeed. Have a wonderful holiday. Talk soon.
You too. Bye.
Davida O'Brien, folks, if you appreciated that conversation, please give us a thumbs up, a love, a like. Do not go anywhere. Do not go anywhere. We're coming back. 3 people are going to be lucky today. Yeah, 3 people. Noah's Ark, Lindo's, and Nail Bar. We've got some gift certificates. This is your final chance to win. So I hope that everyone's still tuned in. We'll be back in 3 minutes, 11 seconds to do some giveaways.
Live exceptionally with HSBC MasterCard Pay with Rewards. Transform your points into what you love and get closer to winning an unforgettable trip to Dubai or one of 3 luxury experiences in Bermuda. To start following these steps, download the Pay and Rewards app from the App Store or Google Play. Register your HSBC MasterCard credit card in the app. Set your preferences to use points automatically or for your next purchase. Use your HSBC MasterCard for every purchase and redeem your points into rewards. In addition, for every $300 spent with your HSBC MasterCard, earn a chance to win an incredible monthly experience. Terms and conditions apply. HSBC is licensed to conduct banking and investment business by the Bermuda Monetary Authority.
All right. Who was the first woman to become not just the first female opposition leader in Bermuda, but throughout the entire British Commonwealth?
Dame Liz Brown Evans.
Hey, buddy. Hun, who was the first woman to serve as opposition leader, not just in Bermuda, but throughout the entire British Commonwealth?
Dame Lois Brown Evans.
Mason, what did we say?
Dame Lois Brown Evans.
Dame Lois Brown Evans? Where do you find that?
Mommy playing Bermuda Trivia.
Mommy playing Bermuda Trivia.
Oh, honey, I'm so proud of you. Good job.
It's true. Children are a reflection of their environment. Bermuda's favorite trivia game, fun with a purpose. To educate, to entertain, to inform, to inspire, to learn, and to enjoy. Bermuda Trivia, all volumes now available at various stores throughout Bermuda. Visit bermudatrivia.com to learn more and follow Bermuda Trivia on your favorite social media platforms.
The Mailboxes team aren't just employees of Bermuda's Best Shipping Company. They're also your neighbors, and neighbors help each other.
When it comes to footwear, we carry functional, comfortable, orthopedic, and waterproof shoes. We have construction shoes, golf shoes, shoes for walking, shoes for boating. We even have shoes for pickleball. We have shoes for everyone. With brands by Skechers, A-Trax, Propay, Easy Street, Nursemates, Clogs, Avenger, Cherokee, Cat, Frog Talk, and DeWalt. The list goes on.
See it all at our new expanded location on Bakery Lane.
Alrighty, welcome back to the big show. Thanks again to Davida O'Brien from Vida Fusions and BDC for producing and supporting Vendor Fridays. We can get different people in to speak about their experiences. We definitely appreciate it. Again, audience, please do us a favor, give us a thumbs up, a love, a like. Make sure you share the conversation with your friends, your family, your colleagues. It is time for the Daily Play, though. Well, thanks again to BAC Group of Company, Medicals, Lenders, and People's Pharmacy for ensuring we can do this with you on a regular basis. It's time for the Daily Play, brought to you by Bermuda Trivia, now available at stores throughout Bermuda. Follow Bermuda Trivia on Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok to find out why it's Bermuda's favorite trivia game. All right, audience, here we go. Here's the question for today. Who's going to enter the draw? All right. Just get my music ready. What cartoon character's name is used to indicate a small, thin, or just plain undesirable Christmas tree? We have a winner. We have a winner. Kristen Souza was first. Kristen Souza was first. Let's put Kristen in there. Okay, she'll be entering. All right. All right. She said Charlie Brown. Everyone kind of got it. We've got Shika Rayner said it. Lingo Box translation said it. Jonette Bell said it. Sheldon Fox said it. Anika DeShields said it. All right. You know what else we're going to do? We're going to do a hashtag giveaway. So hashtag the Daily Hour. Hashtag the Daily Hour for your chance to win while I wrap this up. How's that? Yeah, Mark, I had never heard it either. That a little undesirable Christmas tree is called a Charlie. So basically, I have a Charlie Brown. I have a Charlie Brown. That's what I have, cousin Mark. I have a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. That's what I learned. They were talking about me. Small, thin, or plain undesirable. But it does the job. It does the job. Hold on. I need some water. It does the job. Anyway, look. Hashtag the Daily Hour. We'll do a spin and let someone else enter the draw as well. So we've got Kristen, who got today's right. But look, on a more serious note, we've come to the end of another calendar year. We've all likely had highs, lows, challenges, and triumphs. But through it all, for whatever reason, we're still here. And as we reflect on what I hope that we all can be thankful for, you know, our experiences, the good and bad, as we head into a new calendar year, I hope it's filled full of love for everyone. It's my hope that you all have a very, the holiday you desire and go into 2025 with great health and surrounded by an abundance of love. So I really do wish everybody the best holiday season with love and all love. All right. So hopefully you've gotten out of this show in 2024 things that have helped you to live better. Because I can tell you that, you know, coming and doing this every day, I'm learning from you, and hopefully I've made choices that have helped me live better. All right. So let's see who's going to be the final name in the draw. And so we're going to be pulling 3 names out for those prizes. All right. 3 names out for those prizes. Oops. Did I do that wrong? Oops. Did I do that wrong? Oh, I think I did it wrong, audience. Let's see. Okay, here we go. No, I didn't. Here we go. I can't mess you up on the final day, right? All right, here we go. I think, yeah, here we go. So let's spin that. Let's see. Kimberly Allers. All right, so that's right. Kimberly Allers in there. All right. Kimberly. And because it's the holidays, I'm going to throw one more person in there. I've got 3 prizes. Here we go. Oh, I didn't do the drum roll. Manuela John. All right. Manuela. All right. And Marquita Lee is in there twice because she won twice earlier this week. So let's put these. Don't judge me. We're doing this old school way. All right. Do not judge me, folks. Do not judge me. We're doing this old school. So we're going to add these 3 names into the Daily Hour mug. Do you all have a Daily Hour mug? Some of the co-hosts actually got Daily Hour mugs for the first time this week. So I don't think they're going to be in your club anymore. All right, so let's tear this. We've got Kimberly, we've got Manuela, we've got Kristen. All right, and we're going to shake this up. Let's do Noah's Ark first. Who's the winner of Noah's Ark, you ask? Let's see. Marquita Lee. Yeah, Marquita. Send an email today, engage@thedailyhour.com. So you get $50 to Noah's Ark, Marquita. $50 to Noah's Ark. We've got another one. Shake it up, shake it up. The odds were in her favor. She was the only person in there twice, right? So let's see. Who's this going to be? Manuela John, $50. And that's for Lindo's. And we'll do nail bar last. So congratulate Manuela and Marquita Lee, folks. Congratulate them. Who's going to be the final person? All right. I mean, I didn't say you couldn't win twice, right? Marquita, again. Marquita gets $50 to nail bar. All right, so congratulations to everyone. $50 to Lindo's for Manuela, and $50 to nail bar and Noah's Ark for Marquita. Congratulations to everybody, and folks, please don't forget to subscribe on our website. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. Thanks again to our partners, the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House Lindos, and People's Pharmacy for ensuring that we can do this with you on a daily basis. As always, we appreciate you, we love you, and we thank you for making us part of your daily routine. If all goes well, we'll be back with you in 2025. Make it a very loving, safe holiday season. We'll see you then. Peace.